2029, the year Bitcoin will die. I'm calling it now. Not maybe, not it could happen. Bitcoin will die. I'm saying it will happen unless Bitcoin implements quantum-resistant cryptography. And I'm recording this today so you can hold me accountable in exactly 4 years. Look, I know this sounds dramatic, but this isn't clickbait. This is a real, existential problem in the crypto space right now, and nobody is taking it seriously enough. Today I'm going to explain exactly how quantum computers work, why they can destroy blockchain encryption, and most importantly, which cryptocurrencies are prepared and which ones aren't. And if you're holding Bitcoin, Solana or Ethereum, you need to watch this video until the end, because the clock is ticking. First, let's talk about what makes quantum computers so dangerous. A regular computer, like the one you are watching this video on, processes information in bits, ones and zeros. It's either on or off. But quantum computers are using quantum bits, or also known as qubits. Thanks to quantum superposition, a qubit can either be 1 or 2. Or it can also be both at the same time until you measure it. This means a quantum computer can process multiple calculations simultaneously. Here is where it gets crazy. Every time you add 1 qubit, it doubles the computational power, as you can see right here. That means 2 qubits can process 4 calculations at the same time. 3 qubits can process 8. By the time you get to 300 qubits, you're processing more combinations than there are atoms in the universe. And companies like IBM, Google, and even startups in China are racing to build quantum computers with thousands of stable qubits. IBM's roadmap shows that they are targeting 4,000 plus qubits by the end of 2025. So why does this matter for Bitcoin and crypto? It all comes down to how blockchain encryptions work. And I'm going to make this as simple as possible. When you own Bitcoin, you have 2 keys. A private key and a public key. Your public key is like your email address. Anyone can see it and send you Bitcoin. Your private key is like your password. It proves that you own the Bitcoin and let you spend it. Here is an example. This wallet has sent 6 Bitcoin to other wallets. Everyone can see how much he sent, but only he who owns the assets and has the private key can move the funds to other accounts. The security comes from something called elliptic curve cryptography. Going from a private key to a public key is instant, but going back from a public key to a private key is mathematically impossible for classical computers. So the entire security of Bitcoin and basically every other blockchain depends on this mathematically impossibility. Your private key can't be guessed by normal computers, but quantum computers are a normal computer. So here's the million, no, I would even say $1 trillion question. When are quantum computers ready to break Bitcoin's encryption? According to research, you need approximately 13 million qubits to break Bitcoin's encryption. Right now, in 2025, IBM's most powerful quantum computer has around 120 qubits. But here is what most people miss. Quantum computing advancement is exponential, not linear. And you don't need to break every wallet. You just need to break a few so the confidence in the project dies. So let's go down here and we see right now in 2025, this is wrong right there, this is wrong. In 2025 we have around 1,000 of qubits. In 2026 IBM is procrastinating 4,000 to 5,000 qubits. By 2027 and 2028 they think that the potential breakthrough comes, and by 2030 we might have our first 13 million qubits. You see, it really is exponential. They got to 1,000 about 1 year later. It's almost at 4,000, and that is unbelievable. Most experts estimate that we are between 5 to 10 years away from the breakthrough. And look at this, 2030 they expect 30 million qubits. Some say it could happen even sooner if there's a breakthrough in quantum error correction. And here's the scary part. You see, we already have news all the time about quantum computers. China has invested billions of dollars into quantum computing. So has the NIST. Do you really think they are going to announce it when they crack it? By the time the public knows quantum computers can break Bitcoin, it'll already be too late. Look, I could be wrong about this. Quantum computing could hit unforeseen roadblocks. Bitcoin's community might actually do something about it and make Bitcoin quantum resistant. Or we might see a breakthrough in encryption that we can't predict today. Here is why I'm making this prediction. Bitcoin has never successfully made a new protocol. The block size wars nearly destroyed the community. And quantum resistance requires the changing of how Bitcoin works. I don't see that happening. Here is my prediction. Screenshot this. Remember this moment. Today is the 2nd of November. I'm probably uploading this video on the 5th of November, so in 3 days. Look, in 2030, Bitcoin will either be dead or it will be quantum resistant. No middle ground, nor maybe adapt or die. Here is why I'm certain that Bitcoin's protocol is frozen. The community can't agree on anything. They fought for years over block sizes. A trivial change compared to this. Quantum resistance means rewriting the cryptography foundation. It requires a hard fork. It requires consensus that Bitcoin has never achieved and never will. Ethereum can adapt, Solana can adapt. They have governance, active dev teams, the ability to change. Bitcoin doesn't. Bitcoin's greatest strength, its immutability, becomes its fatal flaw. 4 years by 2030. Either Bitcoin forks to quantum-resistant cryptography, which I don't see happening, or the first quantum attack will happen and the confidence will die and Bitcoin will collapse. That's my prediction. Set you a reminder. I will see you in 4 years. Okay, so it's not all doom and gloom. Some blockchains are preparing for this quantum future. Let me show you who's actually taking this seriously. Ethereum has researchers actively working on quantum computing. Vitalik Buterin has talked about it himself. He said that quantum computers could break cryptography by 2030. The Ethereum roadmap includes quantum resistance as a long-term goal. The US National Institute of Standards and Technology has already talked about algorithm for post-quantum encryption. The solution already exists, but the question is if blockchains can implement it in time. There are also dedicated quantum-resistant blockchains like QRL, the quantum-resistant ledger that was from the foundation built up with post-quantum cryptography. Projects like Algorand or Cardano have already discussed post-quantum security in their roadmap. But here is the problem. Most of these implementations are theoretical or far future roadmap items. Nobody is actually treating it like the emergency it actually is. It's like knowing a hurricane is coming in 5 years and saying, we'll board up our windows later. And Bitcoin? I haven't seen any serious proposals gaining traction. The community is still arguing about things that are way less important than quantum resistance. So what would a quantum attack actually look like? Step 1. Victim sends Bitcoin public key exposed in mempool. Step 2. Quantum computer derives private key in around 10 minutes. Step 3. Attacker broadcasts competing transaction with higher fee. Step 4. Attacker's transaction confirms first Bitcoin is stolen. But here is the real danger. You don't need to steal billions. You just need to steal a few millions and confidence collapses. And with that, Bitcoin collapses too. The security model is broken, game over. So what would you actually do with this information? I'm not saying you should sell all your crypto. This is not financial advice. But here is what I'm watching. First, pay attention to quantum computing news. If IBM or Google announces big breakthroughs in qubit, you should definitely re-evaluate your crypto. 2. Watch for quantum resistance announcements from the blockchains you are invested in. Are Ethereum or Solana or other cryptocurrencies you are watching actually implementing post-quantum resistance, or are they just talking about it? 3. Diversify your risk. Don't have everything in Bitcoin, since it's the least likely to successfully upgrade. Third, set a reminder for November 5th in 2030. Come back to this video and tell me I was wrong. But if I'm right, if quantum computers really do threaten Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies and price will collapse, I want this video to be a record. Because the worst outcome isn't being wrong with a prediction. It's seeing a preventable disaster happen because no one took the threat seriously enough. Subscribe because I'll be tracking this prediction. Quantum developments, blockchain responses, the whole story. We'll see it unfold together. Now here is what I need you to do. Set a reminder right now. Go to the pinned comment below, and join Skycommerce so you can learn how to invest your money right now. November 5th, 2030. Come back to this video. Drop your prediction in the comments. Will Bitcoin survive or will it collapse? November 5th, 2030. See you then. Hopefully I'm wrong. Thanks for watching.